Ella McCay. A reminder of what comedies used to be. Alright, again, hit the subscribe button to never miss a video. We have daily film content, including movie reviews, movie news, and so much more. So again, hit that subscribe button to never miss a video. Ella McCay is a modern film that reminds us of what movies used to be like. Kindling with nostalgia, witty dialogue, and the perfect blend of humor and heartbreak. Funny, witty, blissful, typical, but not predictable. I remember first seeing the trailer for the film, and I seen it was from writer-director James L. Brooks, which might not mean anything to some, but at one point in time, he was a household name in the sense his movies were always big hits, both critically and financially. With that being said, I had an idea of what to expect, very similar when going into a Richard Curtis film. There's always usually a similar tone and style within their films that never changes, offering something familiar, all while being new and enjoyable. For the style and tone that Brooks uses is similar to his Liberia films. The fact that a film is set in 2008 instead of a modern time offers a unique perspective, given the fact that his main character is working in politics. That was probably the reason, and probably the best choice considering everything that's going on currently. Our narrator even mentions this in the opening of the film, that as bad as 2008 was, one of our worst economic times in our country since the Great Depression, it's still a simpler time because we all got along. Feeling almost like the film's undertone is striving to bring people together, not as bluntly and forward as Richard Curtis's Love Actually, more of an undertone offering a satire of inner works of politics. All the while, the forefront is about family drama, centered around Ella McCay, the main character who carries the film through her charm and inspiration. As much as this is a popcorn flick, we are attached and invested, not because a storyline or story arc is particularly important or even interesting, but simply because of our title character, played by Ella McCay, most famously known for her breakout role in Netflix TV show Sex Education. She's not necessarily relatable, for she lacks basic people skills because she is clearly always the smartest person in the room, yet never entitled or snotty about it. Her charm comes from her being overly sensitive and carrying herself unrealistically with this selflessness that makes her lovable and perfect person. To top it off, there are amazing supporting characters and roles played by people like Jamie Lee Curtis and Woody Harrelson, whom performances are on their top tier, truly binding in laughs, embodying those classic performances of being exaggerated versions of family members and people we all know, grounding the film while adding to the nostalgic feel. There are some parts of the storyline that are flimsy and things that are clearly unrealistic and are very much heavy in satire. Those moments are easily forgotten and overlooked. Overall, the film is far from great, original, challenging boundaries, or anything of that nature, yet it works for what it is. A throwback to a style of dramedies we don't really see anymore, and I do have to give credit where credit is due. The comedy, while not as ongoing and fluent as we might have hoped, there are a lot of good comedic moments that are just generally funny and just genuinely humorous, where I actually found myself laughing out loud in the theater, which is something I generally don't do. So I do have to say, with that added to this film, it really kind of helped boost it up. Ending wasn't the greatest, kind of felt very Hollywoodish, but all in all, I have to give this film a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Definitely would say it's a recommendation, but as far as my normal ratings system, we're going to go with a stream it, because I can't suggest paying full price to see this film. There is a very good possibility you're not going to enjoy it just because it has a very acquired taste. I did myself enjoy it just because it reminded me of those kind of I don't even say 90s comedies, but it kind of like, I guess you say like 80s bleeding into the 90s and early 2000s, because James L. Brooks had a lot of really good kind of like dramedies, like As Good as It Gets, and that's kind of in this same sense, farther away from his more dramatic films of the 80s where he was heavily in awards for his films. This kind of feels like it's that perfect blend of, not even, well, I guess a perfect blend of comedy and drama, and just really takes it for the win. With that being said, have you saw the film? What are your thoughts? Comment below. Let me know.